Pain profound, it's deep where the heart makes sound. One last beat and it might bleed out. I just might leave now, empty these airbags and lie me down. See the lies in your eyes catching up with your mouth. I made my mistakes, of course I never lived them down. You won't let me, left marks on your heart. You will never forget me, condescend me and call me proud. I told you what you need to win and how. I'm a madman now. My worst fears realized, no longer the sad clown, Pagliacci the Pennywise. The point of no return, make them ashes and let them fly. You ain't gon' save them all, so go ahead and just let them die. Murder these emotions, bury them deep inside. If I get any colder, I swear I'ma freeze the shy. All I could do is soldier, marching through a starry night, focused on the end game, finally gon' get it right. Find myself in the light, been fighting for my fucking life, dealing with you fake fucks. I ain't gotta say much, you know what it is, kid. I just wanna blaze up, continue getting rich, bitch, and blow the fucking name up. Built by where I came from, pushed by what I've been through. You deferred my dreams, the reason I resent you. It don't make no sense, you pretend I don't offend you. I'm everything you hate, but if you walked a mile in these shoes, you finally understand why it's not in me to respect you. We come from different fabric, different madness, different venue. We lost our common ground, the bond just wasn't sound. The objective was to come up, and now you bring me down. Now you bring me down.
Crushing me inside.
Cold stares and crooked smiles for what seemed a million miles. Every demon that I let in is out to hunt me down. Burn this jungle up around me, leave the ashes on the ground. Scorched earth, cursed birth, body bags of 4 pounds. This is what we left with, why else would we be desperate? Gunning for each other's heads, wishing everybody dead. Fight the reaper often, but he will never soften. Relentless with his methods, he will put you in the coffin. My mind isn't earned, cause I've already burned. Drowned in the dark matter, mirror shattered, I've learned. You won't take what I've earned, never break what I create. Cause I have made the sacrifices you're afraid to make. My fear is lost potential, being anything but great. Succumbing to the suckers, to the leeches and the hate. Politicians with their speeches in these streets cannot debate. Punch your ballots with these bullets and you'll run and seal your fate. Democracy's a mockery, only the strongest stay. The weak will fade away, and us, we'll see another day. No matter what another motherfucker has to say, I will never let you hold me in one place. Your problems are your own, it's personal, emotions overblown. Living separate visions, conscience overthrown. I trust none of you bastards, I'm safest when I'm alone. It's sad, I understand it's how it is out on this road. To take a gorilla's grip to hold on to your soul. Brute force to stick to the script and not let it go. You can't slip, one false move and you'll never know. Had you gotten up, how far you go, how far you go. Salute, salute, salutes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. Welcome to Shy Ill Reacts. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building on this Tuesday evening. Salutes to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Shout out to the usual suspects in the building. All right? Hope everybody's having a good night. Sun's on its way out in my side of town, and it's going down. All right? We're here for a good time, not a long time, so let's get to it. Salutes to Also, being numero uno nuno in the chat. Salutes to you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Big June, salutes. Perfecto J777. We're gonna end the stream tonight. We know that you loved, so I'm just giving you the heads up. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja. Salutes. We in here. We are in here. I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully, a couple more people will pop into the room before it's all said and done. I appreciate you guys being here. Please hit that like button. All right. Again, for consistency's sake, let's get the housekeeping out the way. We're streamlining the housekeeping. As you can see on the scroll on the screen, we got all the ways that you can donate to this channel to support it on that level. It's much appreciated. In the description, we also have links to those places. For a minimum $2 donation, you can get a power chat in the a text-to-speech comment, which pops up on my screen and looks like this.
Test user donated $50. Test message.
All right, so that's the TTS. There's a link in the description. There's 2 links in the description where you can do that. All right, we also have super chat, super thanks, and super stickers, all that good stuff that YouTube gives us for people to support the channel on that level. The freest, best thing you can do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you stay abreast of what we're doing around here. There's a lot of things to cover in a little bit of time. I try to make it happen as best I can. I appreciate you guys for being here. All right. We're also sponsored by the Ale Shop. I will drop the link in the chat. There's also a link in the description to our Ale Shop spread shop. Y'all can go there and check out our gear. Right. We also in the description have the link to the Discord and the link to the other numerous playlists that we have on this channel that y'all can check out. Right. I'm gonna drop the link for the Discord in the chat. Also gonna drop some of these playlists in here. Get all that out the way. Today we're gonna have a quick run through. We got an update on the Captain Aguasvivas case, that crazy case out of Florida that we've been watching. Boom, here's the Surviving El Chapo playlist in the chat. If these playlists are not in the description, I'm gonna make sure I add those from here forward. They should be there. Boom, the tragic death of Zach TV1 and the Shy Ill Reacts True Crime playlist. Wow. Got a bunch of good stuff right there for you in the chat. Salutes for being here. Jonathan Pantoja asks if I'm asked, has there been a decision made on the live time? So far, the 6 to 9 p.m. Slot is winning in the poll. No decision has been made yet. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to get information so that I can see what's best for y'all, what works for me, so that when I can give the audience what they want, when I can do the in between 6 and 9 p.m. streams, I'll get to those. And when there's days that I know I'm not going to be able to do it, I'll be in here 10 o'clock in the morning if I have to. I'm trying to get on a schedule around here as best as I can, because we all know that, things pop up. I would have done a longer stream tonight, except I got an audition that popped up for tomorrow. Well, it's a callback, actually. I did the audition. They did a callback, so I got to do the audition again live for somebody over Zoom. So I got to work on that tonight. It's in Spanish, so I got to make sure my Spanish is, numero uno nuno. All right? So no decisions made yet. It's all just information mining at the moment. But, I'll keep y'all posted. If the decision is made that 6 to 9 works best for most people, then I will be shooting for 6 to 9 lives. But again, I'll pop up whenever I need to. If I have to go beyond that because there's something I want to cover, I'll do that too. Also, I'm going to be doing some more videos that are not on lives, some more videos that I do behind the scenes. I'm trying to, lock something down, maybe 2 or 3 live streams a week, 3 or 4, videos that are not done on live streams, and I'm trying to do 21 shorts a week. So it's a lot of work just trying to build the system to make it right for me. So I'm just mining information. I appreciate you asking, though. All right. Boom. What else? So that's about it for the housekeeping. We in here, we chilling. I appreciate you guys being here. We're going to get to it. Let me hit this record button. Bow. So what we do have is an update on the Catherine Aguasvivas case. By no means do I believe this case or this story is over. I think this is something that's gonna come back. The last time we spoke about this was after that last press conference a couple of days ago. For those that don't know the story, make sure you check out those videos. They're the Catherine Aguasvivas videos. We have part 1 and part 2. We're doing part 3 in this live. I will edit it and then hopefully drop it tomorrow on the channel in its edited form aside from the live. Last that we checked, they had two people of note that they had one arrested, which was the one that had something to do with, they found him through the car. They also found him on his Facebook page wearing the same exact outfit, including the mask that he had on when he pulled the jacking and kidnapped Catherine Aguasvivas. So they had him in custody the last time we spoke. And they also were looking for, what was the kid's name? Giovanni. They were looking for Giovanni Bangs. They were looking for Bangs because they pulled a survey. He was the last person that Catherine Aguasvivas spoke to on FaceTime. They pulled surveillance on his house. They ended up getting a warrant. They ended up finding narcotics and guns. At the same time, they caught his girlfriend somewhere else in Osceola picking up narcotics in a U.S. Postal Service package. All right? So we had a whole bunch of, it was a whole cluster we needed to figure out, but we figured it out. And those were the two people of interest that they were talking about. So now we're about to get the update. So here we go.
One not related to the other. First, we'll start with an update briefing on the kidnapping, carjacking, murder of Catherine Aguasvivas. I will introduce formally two additional people that are involved in this investigation, and then I'll talk a little bit more about Jordan, who has been identified in the past by me at these news conferences as a strong person of interest. We're changing that and ultimately going to be charging him, but I'll get into those details in just one.
All right, so it's like he let the cat out the bag. They're gonna charge. He called him Jordan. We call him Jordanish. All right, Jordanish is getting charged. Evidently, he's no longer just a person of interest. Now remember, they popped him and they locked him up over another warrant that he had. So they got him in custody already. Shout out, Crash Out on the check-in.
One moment. The first person we'll introduce you to in this case is Kevin Justiano. He goes by the street name Kivo. Kivo came to our attention in the early stages of this investigation after we saw a red Toyota Corolla at the same apartment complex where our green Acura was dropped off. This is the apartment complex where that green Acura was towed away. We saw a red Toyota Corolla, and we used video surveillance at that location to get unique identifiers, the license plate of this car, and then ultimately came back to a relative of Kivo's.
But when did they get these videos? Like, when did they bring that car back to that housing complex? When did this happen? Did this happen after the tow? No, because unless they subpoenaed video from back then, like, where's this information coming from?
Kivo has been on our radar ever since that moment. This photograph is a photograph of him being arrested yesterday by the U.S. Marshals in Puerto Rico on unrelated charges to this case. But the charges, the federal charges...
So almost everybody in this story got popped off on unrelated charges to the story.
Charges that he's being arrested for is possession of an automatic weapon and drug trafficking. Again, not related to this. He is in custody in Puerto Rico, and he will be extradited back to Central Florida to face charges in the Middle District of Florida federally for this, in addition to this investigation continuing on. Again, red Toyota Corolla that was seen at the location was registered to a relative of his. The red Toyota Corolla was seen picking up the occupants of the green Acura.
When?
After what appeared to be the occupants cleaning that Acura up, wiping it down, doing other.
When? After the Aguasvivas kidnapping? When was this video taken? That's what I want to know. They're not giving me that information. There has to be a timeline somewhere, but I'm sure that information won't be on there. Like, did this come? Did they just say subpoena from this month to this month? Because remember, they got that car back from the pound somehow. That car got towed from that place. We don't know nothing about the tow truck driver that got aired out either. So I don't get it. Shout out Zoraida on the check-in. Salutes to you. Appreciate you being here.
Other things. One of the images here, you can see clearly the Toyota Corolla. We believe that it was Kivo driving that Toyota Corolla, picking up the occupants of the green Acura at that time. In addition to that, I said we were still waiting for records to come in, and we're still waiting for a majority of the records that we have subpoenaed to come in. But one of the records that have now come in puts Kivo at the scene with Jordan of the kidnapping. So it is likely, more likely than not, and I believe it's Kivo driving the green Acura and Jordan holding the gun at the window, committing the kidnapping.
So evidently these guys had their phones on them. And now they're picking up pings off of cell towers. And they know exactly where they triangulated your position and know exactly where you was at the time that this went down. Congratulations. You played yourself.
And we'll get in more to that as we go on. Next person is Giovanni Hernandez.
Oh, the
And Giovanni,
bangs is banging. The bangs got bigger. Look at that. Wildin'. What about this guy? We thought he was the other guy in the car.
Giovanni, as you know, was wanted out of Seminole County after we conducted a search warrant of his home. But because this case is complicated and there's a lot of moving parts, Giovanni was first introduced into this investigation because he was the last person that our decedent, Catherine, spoke to. We were able to identify that in two ways. One, we received a screenshot that was sent by the victim's brother. Victim's brother's name is Lewis. He sent us a screenshot of Giovanni's photograph and said, this is the last person that she spoke to. We were able to run that photograph through a program run out of the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office called FACES. It's a facial recognition program, and it came back 98.6%.
Of course it did. You're going to recognize those bangs anywhere. That machine didn't have to do too much work.
Likely that it was Giovanni with a Castleberry address. We believe our victim was on her way to meet Giovanni in Castleberry because the route that she was traveling from Homestead is a GPS route that's routed in and around the location where he was at. As a reminder, first we got a report from her husband, Miguel, that said that she was up coming to Central Florida to visit family members. Additionally, we said that there was no family members that we could locate here. We later identified 2 family members that are in and around the area, but they were not expecting her to come up. Lewis, the brother, then gave a report to detectives that said she was on her way to Seminole County or the Central Florida area to deliver money and other stuff to a friend.
Other stuff.
We think that friend is Giovanni. So Giovanni was there. He was wanted out of Seminole County because we conducted a search warrant of his home. The search warrant revealed what appears to be a lot of property, likely stolen property, as well as fentanyl and other drugs and a gun. So he is now.
He played himself just answering the brother's phone call. He answered the brother's phone call. He showed his face. He got screenshotted. Evidently, the brother knows who he is, so it's probably why he did that. But just answering that call, I mean, I'm sure they would have narrowed it down to him eventually. But he played himself. He got all kind of different charges going on now.
Being held in Seminole County on trafficking fentanyl and possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute. That's his local charges here. Talk about Jordan again. Jordanish. So the last time we talked about Jordan, we said that he was, again, in custody on charges being held out of Puerto Rico. We later released the photograph. I identified him as a person of interest.
You see, his mama wanted a basketball player, but when he was born, they realized he was smarter than they thought he would be. He wasn't going to be big enough, you know what I'm saying? So they were like, you know, it's not really Jordan, but it's Jordanish. You know what I'm saying? That's where he got his name from.
We found that he had a connection to the purchase of the green Acura. We found a Facebook profile that had a number dating back to an Orange County arrest in 2019 with his phone number. We know that he purchased the Acura. He was then seen in his profile picture wearing what appears to be the same exact.
That's the kicker right there, boy. He might as well have stopped and took a selfie right there when he was jacking old girl and opening the door to get in the back seat. He might as well stop, took a selfie, and pulled his mask down after doing what he just did. That you got that same outfit on in broad daylight, knowing everybody got cameras. You up the hammer on shorty, open the door, get in. And again, it's not like it saved her, it didn't save her, you know, but it got you popped. That's a
close as the person committing the crime of kidnapping. And now we've been able to put through evidence, through records, that his cell phone was at that location. So he now is going to be charged. Kivo is going to be charged federally with carjacking resulting in death.
Now, I'm sure that charge is going to change. I'm sure that charge is going to change. And that's going to, that has the potential to turn into something premeditated, if you ask me. I don't know. This sheriff kind of keeps shit close to the chest, I guess, but I can't see that charge staying carjacking resulting in death. This is a whole little conspiracy they got going on here with all these people connected, especially with the father, or with the husband and the brother, you know, handing out information the way they did. Crash Out said looks more like Rodman-ish. yeah, he do look Rodman-ish. You're right. But shout out PK on the check-in. Wonder if the husband owed Kivo. Quite possible. I mean, anything's possible at this point with all of the webs that are interconnected and all of the lies and all of the... Every single person in this, minus that sheriff, had, you know, separate charges aside from this case that got them brought in. You know what I'm saying? So it's a group of bad guys, right? But I don't think this is over, and I don't think them charges are gonna stay like that. I think that's right now. I think those charges are gonna evolve.
Recently had a conversation with the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District, Roger Hamburg. They will be assuming a lot of these cases and the follow-up investigation with our assistance, because I think we now can look at the evidence and conclude that our victim, Catherine, was killed in Osceola County. That's where the shell casings were at. That's where the car was set on fire. We know that she was the victim of the carjacking here in Seminole County, and then they traveled through Orange County on the journey down there. But that part of the investigation is again ongoing. Again, Jordan Akivo charged with the federal charge of carjacking resulting in death, and these are some of the updates that we have now in the investigation.
Now, this Giovanni kid, they really ain't got nothing on him except for what they popped him for, as far as what they what they got from their search warrant and what they already were looking for him on. Whatever transaction between him and her apparently never happened. She never made it to him. You know what I'm saying? She never got there. So, but I'm sure they're going to gather up information from all of them. They're going to get Rodman-ish. They're going to get Banks together. They're going to get Kivo, Puerto Rico together, and they're going to have conversations. Everybody's going to have conversations. Everybody going to talk and say something. All right, now we can't really hear the questions right here. Usually on the edited versions, I up the volume on the questions so you're able to hear them. So we're going to wing it right now.
Yep. Well, yep.
All right, so he just asked if we made sure in the investigation that Jordan and Kivo ain't the same person. Jordanish and Kivo ain't the same person. Shout out Oso. He said everybody going to jail. That's a fact. For all kind of shit. They all going to jail for all kind of shit.
You're right. So Jordan is Jordanish, and if I said that, I'm getting myself confused on some of these things. So let me go Kivo. Yep. Let me go Kivo.
It ain't that hard, officers and
is again. Kivo is Kevin
reporters.
Justiano. Kivo was the one that was arrested yesterday in Puerto Rico on the federal charges of possession of an automatic weapon and drug trafficking not related to this particular crime. He was wanted. Those are new charges. Those are federal charges. He will be extradited back here to the Middle District of Florida to face those charges federally. He was introduced to us because the red Toyota Corolla that picked up the two occupants of the green Acura moved into that vehicle. That vehicle was registered to a relative of his, and then his phone records put him at the scene of the carjacking, along with Jordan. Did I clear?
Jordan's charges, to be clear, are?
Jordan will be also charged federally with carjacking and then ultimately resulting in a murder.
So who was the supposed third man? Or are you saying that Kivo and Jordanish were the two guys that were there, right? Their phones pinged at that location. But now you're telling me that Kivo, driving the red Corolla or Toyota or whatever he said, was picking up the two occupants of the Acura. That doesn't make sense. That would say three people. So are you saying he was the guy that was in the car with the kidnapper, or are you saying he was the guy in the red car? Like, that part I don't get.
Murder or homicide or death. So again, I'll let the U.S. Attorney's Office will be looking at this again tomorrow to determine the most appropriate charges. And there's a lot of evidence that really hasn't even come back on this yet. And again, still relatively early stages of this, but a lot of good police work, taking an incredibly complicated and confusing situation with a lot of moving parts and putting it into play.
Sheriff, you said that Kivo picked up the occupants of the green Acura, so is there still somebody connected to this case that we don't know about?
Not that we're aware of. So we think that the driver, likely driver of the green Acura was Kivo, right? There could have been more people in that car. You clearly cannot see how many people are in that car.
But what did you see in that parking lot? Show us that tape.
We know that the occupant that got out of the car holding the gun and committing the act of carjacking was Jordan. And again, as this investigation continues to evolve and we get records back, there may be others in that car. We just simply don't know. But we now have records that put the two at that location at the time, and they will face the federal charges for that. Again, carjacking resulting in death is the charges that they will face federally for that particular situation.
Have you come across a motive yet? And Giovanni part of that?
I can't hear him.
Well, listen, this whole thing, I suspect from the beginning, everyone who's watched this has known it's about drugs and money, right? I mean, we look at the history.
It's about rugs and money.
The background, and again, we'll find out more specific details as this investigation goes. But clearly, there's a drug and money nexus here, right? That's probably enough motive for people that are engaged in this type of behavior to kind of stay in business.
So for our purposes, can we
Well, I'll say it like before, is we think that they did it. We're going to charge them. We don't charge people unless we think that they did it. So suspect, we're alleging that they're the ones responsible. We would not put charges on them if we did not believe that was the case. So
To be clear on that end, Giovanni wasn't part of that statement that you're stating. To clarify, you don't believe he was involved in the actual kidnapping, right?
correct. I'm not going to speak specifically to the level of involvement because that will continue to evolve, come out. But he is not being charged with the kidnapping. We are.
So they're separating Giovanni out of that. They don't want. They said it might change, but as of right now, they're separating Giovanni out of that conversation.
Only charging the two people that were out there. We think that Giovanni's connection was the last person that our victim spoke to. We think that she was probably on her way to Giovanni's home. But the act of the carjacking, the two that were there is what we're saying, Kivo and Jordan, not Giovanni.
And as far as her bringing, traveling to Giovanni, traveling with Giovanni, are we with what in the car and for what purpose?
It's a level of speculation, right? We don't know that for sure. I don't know that. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, she's no longer alive. She can't attest to it. But I think when we see that the last person she spoke to, that the brother said she was delivering money and other stuff to a friend, the path that she was traveling was a path towards their residence.
The lawyer shred that to pieces, though, in court. I think. Yeah, okay, cool. The map was headed that way. So what? What's that mean? Shout out Eddie Jimenez. Good evening, bro. Salutes to you, sir. He said, in this time and day, you'd think that criminals would stop taking their phones with them. It would make sense that criminals stop taking their phones with them. There was a time where, I mean, that's like these criminals that take their wallets and their IDs with them and drop their wallets at the scene of the crime. You wildin'. You had it coming.
I think that you can only assume that that's probably where, but that's my hunch, right? We don't know that for sure right now.
Come back to the timeline. You say that the Acura Green was getting to the truck on March 19th, and after that was released. How this car was released? It wasn't even registered. Someone paid to get it out. How that worked for that?
I don't know what she's yapping
You
about.
talking about the first time it was towed from an Orange County? I don't know. I don't know the circumstances. That part of the investigation is in the Orange County Sheriff's Office lane, and although there is a nexus and connection here.
Orange County ain't doing no press conferences, bro. We need you to come up off that information.
They're the most informed authority to speak on that. I don't know the circumstances of when the vehicle was released. Sometimes when vehicles are towed for whatever reason through a tow contract of an apartment complex, they're looking for somebody to come in and get it out. And when somebody presents themselves with money and pays it out, they typically release it. And what these folks typically were doing is sending somebody that may or may not be directly connected to offer whatever cost and fee it is to get the car out. But I don't know the answer to that question.
Remember about the time it took for the victim to get to Osceola County, obviously, and then that's where you found that car, the burned car. What happened in that time frame? Any more about that timeline?
So the timeline between the kidnapping and arriving at Orange County is a pretty tight timeline. It's about an hour and 45 minutes or so.
All right. So he's saying that they showed, okay, then that video must be after. That must be about 2 hours after the kidnapping. That they showed up in that parking lot with that red Corolla. I don't know.
And with rush hour traffic, it's not that.
Because they had to take time to light the car up and air it out, you know.
Unrealistic to have that commute take potentially maybe even an hour or so. But we think that the route was direct. Some evidence and records are coming back to kind of prove that. Some of those records have come in. We know that the route that we said, traveling, making the U-turn, getting up to Tuscaloosa Road, traveling south on Tuscaloosa Road, getting on 417 by cutting over traffic, Getting on 417 southbound has been confirmed by records, likely getting off at Narcoossee Road, traveling down to Boggy Creek. How long they were at the location, we don't know at the time because that location was off. So it may, in all intents and purposes, been a direct route there, and then any time delay between the report of guns fired and the flames or smoke from the vehicle was just the time that they were there. So again, that will come out further in the investigation. When we
All right, let us know. We've been waiting for this
go
information.
here. I'm not going anywhere, so we got plenty of time. So.
As far as your investigation has revealed, anything in Catherine's background or husband's background that shows any history of drug dealing or any involvement in anything like this?
So not that we have access to right now. I will reshape the husband and brother's involvement. I said that they were cooperating at first. Husband is no longer cooperating with us. And the
There it is. Husband is no longer cooperating. Ah, man, that's a man that loved his woman right there, for sure. Shout out Eddie Jimenez. He said, it's like you said, Shy, the phone is so they take pics. He might as well have took a selfie. If you look at his Facebook avatar, it's him in the same outfit that he snatched old girl with in broad daylight in front of everybody's cameras. You know what I mean? It just don't make sense. But that's a real loving husband that sent his wife up there to do some dirty work. And now he half cooperate, half not cooperate. Him and her brother. Oh, that's a loving brother. Brother loved his sister so much, protected her so well. Husband living up to his vows to protect her. When she calls him and tells him, I'm getting followed, chased, and rammed. And he don't call authorities at that moment. You know? Dirty dog shit. Dirty, dirty, dirty dog shit. So that's I said, red flags. Chucky salutes Chucky on a check-in. Appreciate you, sir. Crazy, crazy story, boy.
brother has been crossed up in multiple lies
Look,
with our detectives.
Brother bullshitting
So
too.
to shape that they're cooperating would not be accurate. So they are
No
no
longer
longer cooperating. The husband is not cooperating at all. And the brother feels like he's cooperating, but he's telling us lies. So again, that will be a part of the investigation that's ongoing.
Them two gonna
We'll
go to jail
continue to look at
eventually.
that.
Jordanis is a suspect now about in the Catherine's case.
Say it again?
Jordanis is a suspect now. Jordanis is a suspect now.
Yes. Yes. Let's call him a strong suspect. He's the guy with the gun committing the crime. And I think that when we release that photograph with somebody in the Facebook wearing the exact same clothes as the person on the scene, I think that most people that saw that video said, yeah, you don't have to be the sharpest detective to know that it's likely this guy. But now with
You can't. It's not hard to tell that this Okie is this Okie right here. This goofball wearing the same outfit up to the mask. Even the mask you got on, bruh. You know what I mean, like that's your snatch 'em up outfit. That's your do dirt outfit. Why you taking pictures? Cause you foolish.
records putting him back at that location at that time, we're confident it's him. So again,
Shout out Zorada. She said this is gonna get even bigger. You might be right, PK. Maybe he owe Kevo money. Super gonna get bigger. And who they're gonna sing on? That shit's gonna reverberate throughout whoever from the connect to the connect to the connect. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like this story is out there in the Latino community and in the narcotics community. Facts. Jonathan said it's the people you think you love the most who do you in. Unfortunately, yeah, a stranger can't betray you. Betrayal comes from somebody that you love.
at the scene of the carjacking, right? It's Kevo and Jordan. That's there.
And with Jordanish and Kevin, do we know if they're associates with Giovanni? Sorry or associates with anyone?
Look, I think all these folks are connected together, right? But what we can prove will come out in evidence that is going to be released to us, and then probably as we shift now to the federal part of this investigation, the federal authorities will be taking the lead on this with our assistance and participation, but I think this entire group is absolutely connected. And from the activities, probably not the first time that they've been involved in criminal activity and committing crimes.
You think? What's up with the tow truck driver though? That's what I want to know.
You're catching the brother lying sometimes. So is a possibility that Giovanni is not the last person that she spoke? So in the FaceTime is actually Catherine on the screenshot? I just want to confirm that information.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're pretty confident that Giovanni was the last person that she had communication with, because the timeline is pretty tight there. So we think that he's truthful about that. But even when he sent us the initial screenshot, and we're talking about Lewis, the brother, when he sent us the screenshot, he screenshotted it and edited it to the point where his photograph was out of it.
Absolutely.
And sent that to us. It was the forensic examination of his cell phone that he gave to us where we had the opportunity to look at the original image.
How'd he give it to you? How'd he give you the phone? That's my question. You saying he cut his face out, so evidently you ain't seen him. How did you get that phone that quick? Again, could it be he gave him a number, like the numbers that you get off the, off the phone, off the battery, off the box or some shit? I don't know, man. But Buddy cut his face out. He's like, don't look into me, look into him right there. Also said hubby Dunzo got the wifey killed and going to jail forever. Might be true. Might be true.
With his photograph in there. So, but he's lying to us. We've been able to cross him up in multiple lies. He's helping initially to a certain extent, but he's telling us a whole lot of lies that we have to kind of go through. He could be a lot more cooperative.
That screenshot is Luis and Giovanni, no Catherine and Giovanni.
Correct. Correct.
And as far as other players kind of involved in this,
Again, on the edited version, I'll turn these questions that these reporters are asking up.
but the Orange County deputy, is there any update as to how he kind of plays in and ties into this?
So again, nothing new on the Orange County deputy. We're continuing to work that side of it. Obviously, we want his records on his
deputy.
work computer, access to the database like the David system where he find those unique characteristics
He's
about
tweaked.
our detective. We want to know what his phone records look like, communicating back and forth. So again, we have not received those records back, but nothing new with the Orange County deputy or that part of this investigation. Okay? So again, sorry for any confusion. I think I've clarified kind of where we're at with this, but again, this is a lot of moving parts to this, and thank you all for
And it
getting
ain't over because a lot of it still doesn't make sense.
the word out there. The second part of our news conference here.
All right, now
and-
he's
and-
going to sell a Narcan alternative in the press conference. But so that's basically what we got. We got Kevo. Let's go take a look at Kevo real quick. Let's check out our boy Kevo. Kevo from Puerto Rico right here. Kevo's popped, right? You weren't even part of this story to us yesterday, but today you are. So evidently, that green car, after it burned up the white truck and burned up old girl and I guess shot it up because they found shells around the car, they drove back and they were recorded in this parking lot at this housing complex where that car had been towed from before. And they saw that car being cleaned up and they saw Kevo drive in with them and drive them away. But he's not clarifying the whole, was it two people? Was Kevo in the green car? Or was Kevo in the red car? Or both? Did he go with and was there still two people in the car when Kevo had the Corolla? Because if that's the case, there was three people involved that were out there. But they're all going to tell on each other anyway. That's how this shit's going to go down. They're already telling on each other. And they're all in there on separate other cases. That charge ain't going to stay a carjacking charge for a long time. That's going to turn into some kind of capital murder.
puts Kevo.
All right, so that's our boy Kevo. All right, we got Double Bangs. He saved himself from being involved in the carjacking case because she never made it to his house. So they're just speculating that the map kind of shows she was on her way there. Good luck with that. All right, so Giovanni, but you popped on all the other charges. They got a search warrant. Your girl's popped. Everything's popped. Time for a haircut, bro. It's over. The game's over for you. Also said, Florida, hold this L. Y'all criminals never fail to amaze me with their stupidity. All right, there we got our boy Rodmanish. Right, Rodmanish, your charges. You were a person of interest yesterday. Today you are being charged with carjacking, leading to somebody being unalived. But I think that charge will change into something crazier.
Acura.
Right.
We found a Facebook profile.
And that's pretty much it. Now we know that eventually they're going to come looking for the husband. Eventually they're going to come looking for the brother. All of these guys are going to rat on each other. Everybody's going to say something about another one. They're going to say something about the connect. They're going to say something about this. They're going to say something about that. And this will continue to unravel and unravel as the time goes by. We'll continue to cover it. You know what I mean? Because this story is bananas. And mind you, we're only getting things clarified somewhat on the Catherine Aguasvivas side. We're not getting nothing on the complete narrative, the complete story. You know, the tow truck driver that was unalived the night before they snatched her up, what he had to do with it. Did it have anything to do with the towing of the car, you know, in March? And all of these things are involved, and we're not getting no information on that. So I'm hoping we get it all at some point. Shout out Chucky Chingon. He said, Edgar haircuts say it all. The new generation of gangster. Edgar haircuts and eyebrows all shaped up. Also said, everybody going to jail. Guess who's going to jail tonight? Rodmanish and Giovanni-ish and Kivo-ish. They all going to jail. Right? Well, stop setting women on fire, stupid. Right? Over greed. Over some bread that y'all going to trick off. You know? That's crazy. Crazy story. Crazy story. Well, rest in peace, Catherine. You let these cowardly men trick you out of your life. Really. Crazy. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. We hanging out. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I got time to. Let's see if there's any more information on this. I mean, probably not, but because that press conference was earlier today. Oh, wait a minute. 3 hours ago in the Miami Herald. Crash out. No, absolutely not. They could have took what they wanted. They could have done whatever. They didn't have to. What part of the game is that? Facts. There's a lot of things we could ask that question on. Chucky, I did postpone the Twins. We're actually locking down a date within the next 24 hours. I pushed it back. I needed more time to promote, and it was a bad week. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of travel, and I'm trying to juggle this channel. I'm trying to get into a routine around here. So, yeah, victim family no longer cooperating. But I want to read this. This is something I didn't hear. This is the Miami Herald. Right? No, thank you. Y'all ain't gonna let me read it. They greedy. You gotta be paying for news. Like I don't live in Miami. Let me watch that shit. Let me look at that shit. Alright. Alright, fuck you, Miami Herald. Give me 1 sec, Chucky. We're gonna get to that. Alright, I don't want this shit. Let me see. Some Miami Herald is saying that they found bricks in a lamp. He didn't mention that, but let's see. Alright, the Sun Sentinel. It's the same story. Alright, here we go. Give me a sec. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja and his T.I. voice. Big things popping for this channel. Hope so. Should have bet. Alright, here we go. These ads is wildin'. All right, we got the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Same story that the Miami Herald was running. Bricks of brocane found in lamp offer clue into South Florida woman's deadly carjacking. Right. Catherine Guerrero de Aguasvivas, 31, who is believed unalived after she was kidnapped at gunpoint in Central Florida on April 11th, 2024. Car believed to be hers with the body inside was found on fire in Osceola County hours later. Bricks of brocane tucked away in a lamp fixture are the latest twist in the investigation. Hold on. Let me let y'all see it. Here you go. Boom. My bad. Bricks of brocane tucked away in a lamp fixture are the latest twist in the investigation into the carjacking and unaliving of a Homestead woman in Central Florida. The revelation in the bizarre unaliving case emerged April 16th after Homeland Security investigations agents found a suspicious parcel being mailed from Puerto Rico, according to a federal criminal complaint. A canine alerted them of the package where the 3.28 keys of brocane were sealed in the lamp with caulk and nails. A police officer dropped the parcel off at a St. Cloud address in Central Florida near Kissimmee as agents staked out the area. Monique Sable, which is Giovanni's girlfriend, all right? Monique Sable Romero Soto was spotted repeatedly driving around the home in a white Acura SUV, presumably to ensure no law enforcement was present, the complaint alleges. Hold on, is that it? Is that all the info we get on that? That's crazy. So that's the story that we heard of the girl. So I don't know how they connect the two. You know what I'm saying? And let me look at this again. Revelations bizarre. Homeland investigator found a suspicious parcel being mailed from Puerto Rico. Right? It was mailed from Puerto Rico to a federal criminal complaint. According to a federal criminal complaint. A canine alerted them of the package. Oh, in a lamp. Okay, so it was in a package. Okay, I thought it was like in a car. My bad. All right, cool. I get it. We good. So boom, yeah, they popped her for that. But again, that probably doesn't have nothing to do. I mean, it's probably connected somehow in the sense that they're all getting work from all over the place. But that probably didn't have nothing to do with Catherine. I mean, but it quite possibly could have. You know what I'm saying? She was on her way there. Maybe she was going to pick up that work. You know, maybe she was going there to bring money in. You know, something else for what Monique Sable was picking up. You know, at the house, whatever house they had that work mailed to in the lamp. All right, so that would make sense. But again, they're all in jail. They're going to get a whole bunch of stuff out of all of them. The information that's going to come is going to flow for real. Go Buck said it's all over work. Almost always is. Could have swore it was over. Oh. All right, so boom, we got that. See if I find anything else. Crazy story. Everybody going to jail. Well, everybody's in jail already on other charges. Who's this guy right here? They put another face right here. Who's this face right here? Is that her husband? Hold on, who's in this picture? It's not really telling me. Who's this dude right here? That the husband? That's none of the guys we saw. I mean, it quite possibly could be Kivo or whatever his face is. Let's see. Local 10. That's the same brick story. Oh, this is a different story. He's from a different story. All right. Wait. Oh wait, that might be the tow truck driver. Okay, we might be on to something.
Jonathan Pantry donated $5. Shout out to you, my dude Chill. Always focused and determined in grinding and growing. This channel's content is always on point. Peps wants to do a track with you. I had her play Hometown and she likes you. Chat like
and subscribe, y'all. Salutes. She ran out of voice right there. Like and subscribe, y'all. Salutes Jonathan Pantoja on the $5 super chat. Said shout out to you, my dude. Shot Ill, always focused and determined and grinding and growing. This channel's content's always on point. Pebs wants to do a track with you. I had her play Hometown and she likes you. That's funny. That's hilarious. All right, we'll see. You got to give it to Pebs. She's a good sport. You know what I'm saying? She'll sneaker battle using somebody else's shoes. All of that shit. Shout out to Pebs. All right. Salutes to you, Jonathan. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. I'm thinking this might be the tow truck driver right here. All right, let me move the chat so y'all can see him. Let's see. Wow. That's him right here. I think that's him. All right. Otherwise, there's no reason to have someone there that we haven't seen. All right. So here we go. Miami investigators knew someone used the lamp fixture to hide 3 kilos of brocaine and mailed the lamp from Puerto Rico to Osceola County. This helped them during an ongoing investigation into 2 unalivings in Central Florida. A 2002 forest green Acura, the only one in Florida, and rare 10mm rounds fired at both crime scenes connected the 2 unalivings, according to Seminole County Sheriff Dennis Lima. All right. Juan Cintron, a father, was unalived on April 10th in Orange County's Taft area, and Catherine Guerrero on April 11th after she was abducted in Seminole County and found unalived in Osceola County. There is clearly a connection here. The mother, born in the Dominican Republic, was far from her home and beauty business in Deep South Miami-Dade County, police said. Federal agents with the U.S. Marshal Service, Homeland Security, and Drug Enforcement Administration worked with deputies from Osceola, Orange, and Seminole counties to solve the mystery. All right, I don't know whose Supreme Hammer this is. My brother does Cerakoting and paints hammers for people. I hope this ain't one of his customers right here. All right, let me see. Cintron, the tow truck driver, also known as Juan Luis Cintron Garcia, was a tow truck driver. He had towed the forest green Acura later involved in Guerrero's unaliving. The tow was over illegal parking on March 19th in Orange County. He was 39. So we're talking about a whole month later. It's a whole month later, March 19th to basically April 10th. How did they continue? They came for their revenge all that time later? They was on a rampage? Like, y'all, they chose to crash out last weekend? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't get the connection. We're going to see. A witness recorded a video showing an armed kidnapper jumping out of the green Acura before abducting Guerrero, also known as Catherine Altagracia Guerrero de Aguasvivas. Altagracia también, like, bruh. Names. Detectives were suspicious of Guerrero's husband, Miguel Aguasvivas. I think he knows a lot more than what he shared, Lema said during a news press conference, adding that Aguasvivas is not a unaliving suspect. On April 14th, deputies arrested Deputy Francisco Estrella in Orange County. The deputy's wife was allegedly a childhood friend of Aguasvivas, and Estrella was accused of misusing his position to get him information about the investigation. Right? This is Monique Sable. Se quedó sin nombre también. Monique Sable, all right? Her mama liked the Monique Show and wrestling, all right? So Monique Sable, Romero Soto on the left, and her boyfriend Giovanni Bangs Crespo on the right were living in a house with rugs, cash, and a weapon, according to the deputies. The lamp fixture with the brocade came into play when federal and local law enforcement met Monique Sable Romero Soto, who showed up with a baby at a house in Osceola County to pick it up. U.S. Homeland Security agents arrested Romero Soto, 27, on April 17th. Seminole deputies searched the home where Romero Soto lived with her boyfriend, Giovanni Bangs Crespo, and reported finding cash, fent, and a firearm. Investigators believe Guerrero communicated with Crespo, also known as Giovanni Joel Crespo Hernandez, during her trip to Central Florida. According to Lema, Guerrero's husband reported she left South Florida to visit family in Central Florida, and her brother Luis Guerrero later told detectives Crespo told him she was there to deliver money and other stuff for a friend. All right? Boom, we got Rodmanish right here. Rodmanish. Not Jordanish, Rodmanish. All right? The guy that wore the same clothes in his Facebook profile picture that he wore to pull this jacking and unaliving. Investigators also connected Jordan Torres Garcia to the purchase of the green Acura, and the U.S. Marshal Service arrested him on April 19th. He had an active felony warrant for weapons possession. His phone number is matching the phone number that was given with the person who purchased the green Acura. Detective suspect Torres Garcia, 28, was the gunman in the witness's kidnapping video before Guerrero vanished. He is wanted for gun charges out of Puerto Rico, Lima said during a news conference on Friday, adding that he was accused of violating his probation. Lima said Torres Garcia's Facebook profile photo showed him wearing the same mask and outfit that the kidnapper was wearing before the unaliving. All right? Come on, Rodmanish, you tweaked. It's incredibly frightening to watch the boldness of this suspect. This perpetrator getting out of the car, wearing a hood, carrying a weapon in broad daylight, getting in the vehicle, Lima said about the video. Prosecutors have yet to file unaliving charges in the case. The direct connection between Jordan and Catherine has not been established. Estrella, 33, this is the deputy. The deputy arrested was facing charges of interception of wire, oral, or electronic communication, disclosure of wire, oral, or electronic communication, disclosure or use of confidential criminal justice information, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, accessing computer or electronic devices without authorization or exceeding authorization. All right? Monique Sable Romero Soto, 27, was facing a brocade trafficking charge in Osceola County. Crespo Hernandez, Bangs, and Torres Garcia were not facing charges for the unaliving either. But Lema described them as persons of interest. Now we know that's changed today. Today it's no longer he's a person of interest. Today the charge is carjacking with resulting in unaliving, right? But we know that charge is going to change. That charge is going to become a capital unaliving charge, right? So Rodmanish was not facing charges for Crespo, which is Bangs, and Rodmanish were not facing charges. We know Rodmanish and Kivo are now. They're facing charges of carjacking resulting in unaliving. Lima said investigators were still working to piece all the pieces of the puzzle together as detectives get more access to data and records. We feel incredibly comfortable with the evidence that we will be able to collect, Lima said. All right? And then we got a bunch of videos that we saw already. I like this site, though. They got it all lined up right here. All right? But again, that video right there is probably old news from yesterday. You guys are a piece of work, boy. Monique Sable, Bangs, Rodmanish, Kivo from Puerto Rico. Y'all are all bogus. It's a wrap for y'all. Y'all going to jail, right? Right. Shout out IB. Said, damn, I was eating dinner with my dad and missed the first hour. Anything actually new reported? Actually, yes. But dinner with your father is much more important. Um, let's see. The IB new info on the case. So I said it doesn't tell you under the picture. Nah, it doesn't tell me under the picture. It says federal, state, and law enforcement were searching for the suspects of two recent unalivings in Central Florida, Seminole County Sheriff's Office, Orange County Sheriff's Office. But they didn't give us any details on who it was. But yeah, that's definitely him. That's the tow truck driver. At least we got some information on that. Not much. You know what I'm saying? We had nothing before. Salutes Old 30 North on the check-in. We had nothing on the tow truck driver before. We still didn't get much, but at least we got a name, you know what I'm saying, and a face and a bit of the story to go on now that we know. All right, let's see if I run into anything else really quick. Again, I'd love to kick it with y'all longer, but I got to get ready for an audition for tomorrow. What a clusterfuck. These people going to jail, boy. And a young lady lost her life. Some kids lost their mama. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty, dirty game. I don't see nothing. I will be back live tomorrow because I want to. There's a new Jaguar Wright video that I want to cover. Let me see how long it is. It's a new Jaguar Wright video that I want to cover. I got some of the Chapo's ex-girlfriends that were 14-year-old stories that I want to cover. I was actively making a video today that I wasn't going to do on a live, that I was going to just release as an upload. And I was translating a Spanish interview, and an hour in, I realized that my mic was muted. Shit happens. After that, I took a smoke break. had to go get myself together. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if she's part 2. How long is part 2? Guess who's going to jail tonight?
Hey, this is Mark.
You gotta relax. Part 2 is not very long. Yeah, but I'd rather give it the attention that it deserves. So again, I appreciate y'all for being here. We covered the Catherine Aguasvivas story. Unfortunately, some children lost their mama and a young lady lost her life. So it's a cold game. It's a dirty game. Stay out of it. Mind your business. Catch a bag. There's a million different ways to catch a bag nowadays. Catch a bag without catching bodies, making victims, or all of that good shit. You know? Shout out also. Hundreds up in the chat, y'all. I'm going to get out of Dodge. I appreciate y'all coming through for a little while. We will be back tomorrow again. I might be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Look, I'm also, as I try these different times with live streams, I'm also going to be filling out the process and seeing what time do I usually have more people active, happy, involved. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I have subscriber mode on today. I probably don't, but, I just want to try these different things and just see what's working better. You know what I mean? And go from there. So tomorrow I could pop up 10 o'clock in the morning. I could pop up 6 o'clock at night. I'll let y'all know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep y'all posted. All right. Salutes to y'all. Jonathan said I had to go regain that creative frustration due to technical difficulties. Absolutely. Sometimes you just got to step off and get out the way. You feel me? It is what it is. But I'm going to get back to that video tomorrow. Again, there's going to be some... I'm shooting for 2 to 3 live streams a week. 3 to 4, uploaded videos that are just uploaded videos that weren't part of a live. Also, the videos that I cut from lives, and then I want to do 21 shorts a week. So, I got a bunch of irons in the fire. You know what I'm saying? But again, I throw on subscriber mode just so that people don't get comfortable with hanging out and being all up in the chat, but don't commit to subscribing to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to grow over here, and that's the move. So, again, we rescheduled the twins, so I'll be locking down a date, and I'll start promoting that shit hard. And I'm going to build up to it with these interviews of these young ladies that were, part of Chapo's life. So, we'll look into that stuff. Salutes to Jonathan Pantoja. Subscriber mode is dope. Mr. Eddie Jimenez said, good luck on the audition. Thank you, sir. I like to hit these commercials. It's a commercial audition, and it's in Espanol. Tengo unos gatos en los pantalones. So I'm going to make sure I got my Spanish popping for tomorrow. We good, all right? I'm going to throw my hundreds up in the chat for y'all. Salutes to y'all. Make sure y'all go check out those links, all right? Let me go through the chat real quick. Shout out Old Soul, Big June, Perfecto, Jonathan. Who else we got in here? Crash Out, Zoraida, Eddie Jimenez, PK, Chucky Chingon. I appreciate you guys for being here. Salutes, Go Bucks, IB, 030 North, the usual suspects in the building. I appreciate you guys all the time. It's a great time. Salutes to you, my dude. Thank you for everything you do. Salutes to you, Jonathan. Appreciate you. And y'all have a great night. And I will see y'all tomorrow, all right? If y'all didn't see what we dropped today, make sure you guys go check those out. We dropped the 8-minute video on Kylie. We're going to do more videos on Kylie Murray, a.k.a. Hollywood. And I dropped a little video on the Uber incident, the scam. So make sure you check those out. Let's get these spins going. Let's get these likes going, subscriptions going, all of that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We on and we popping, all right? Salutes to y'all. Y'all have a great night. Peace.
Profound, it's deep where the heart makes sound. One last beat and it might bleed out. I just might leave now, empty these airbags and lie me down. See the lies in your eyes catching up with your mouth. I made my mistakes, of course I never lived them down. You won't let me, left marks on your heart. You will never forget me, condescend me and call me proud. I told you what you need to win and how. I'm a madman now. My worst fears realized, no longer the sad clown, Pagliacci the Pennywise. The point of no return, make them ashes and let them fly. You ain't gon' save them all, so go ahead and just let them die. Murder these emotions, bury them deep inside. If I get any colder, I swear I'ma freeze the shy. All I could do is soldier, marching through a starry night, focused on the end game, finally gon' get it right. Find myself in the light, been fighting for my fucking life, dealing with you fake fucks. I ain't gotta say much, you know what it is, kid. I just wanna blaze up, continue getting rich, bitch, and blow the fucking name up. Built by where I came from, pushed by what I've been through. You deferred my dreams, the reason I resent you. It don't make no sense, you pretend I don't offend you. I'm everything you hate, but if you walked a mile in these shoes, you finally understand why it's not in me to respect you. We come from different fabric, different madness, different venue. We lost our common ground, the bond just wasn't sound. The objective was to come up, and now you bring me down. Now you bring me down.
Crushing me inside. Used to lift me up. Now you get me down.
Cold stares and crooked smiles for what seemed a million miles. Every demon that I let in is out to hunt me down. Burn this jungle up around me, leave the ashes on the ground. Scorched earth, cursed birth, body bags of 4 pounds. This is what we left with, why else would we be desperate? Gunning for each other's heads, wishing everybody dead. Fight the reaper often, but he will never soften. Relentless with his methods, he will put you in a coffin. My mind isn't earned, cause I've already burned. Drowned in the dark matter, mirror shattered, I've learned. You won't take what I've earned, never break what I create. Cause I have made the sacrifices you're afraid to make. My fear is lost potential, being anything but great. Succumbing to the suckers, to the leeches and the hate. Politicians with their speeches in these streets cannot debate. Punch your ballots with these bullets and you'll run and seal your fate. Democracy's a mockery, only the strongest stay. The weak will fade away, and us will see another day. No matter what another motherfucker has to say, I will never let you hold me in one place. Your problems are your own, it's personal, emotions overblown. Living separate visions, conscious overthrown. I trust none of you bastards, I'm safest when I'm alone. It's sad, I understand it's how it is out on this road. To take a gorilla's grip to hold on to your soul. Brute force to stick to the script and not let it go. You can't slip, one false move and you'll never know. Had you gotten up, how far you go? How far you go? When it's hard to see the road in the distance, when the only thing you know is you're distant. When it's hard to hold your soul when you lift it, when you're broken and you can't leave your kids shit. When you try but your eyes tell lies, your smiles are disguised, and no one knows you dying inside. When it hurts to feel, when you're bothered by the world it's real. When you're staring at that bottle of pills, the bottom of that bottle of swill, the wrong end of that cold black steel, the great unknown. When everywhere but here's like home. You a man now but don't feel grown. Pushed through existence, current comfort zone is indifference. So uncomfortable in your skinness, hurting everybody you live with. When you're feeling like it's time you should end this, know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Just know that you're loved. 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 Know that you're needed. Know that you're necessary. You just depleted. You can be legendary. You not beneath it. You can get over. We can ride in and thieve it. Soak up a sunrise. Stare at a blue sky. Feel something brand new. Realize with new eyes. Uncover new truths. Find where the pain lies. Live like you're lightning. Cut through the gray skies. I know life is frightening. You can't help but ask why. Life doesn't like me. It's passing me right by. The future just fights me. And much rather I die than have to enlighten me and show me how I'd rise if given a chance. Some love in advance, a bit of compassion, some luck with romance. But why does it matter? Will is what does. You have the will to survive, so know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Know that you're loved. Just know that you're loved. 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 Know that you're loved.